only work with one credit bureau, right? But in our company, we are intentional about helping our clients maximize their results. So we're tackling all negative items found in their credit report the moment that they enroll and we pull their credit. And we work with all 3 credit bureaus, okay? So as you can see, it lists the account and we leverage the FCRA, the Fair Credit Reporting Act, and its statutes to be able to make sure that they are having effectiveness in the letters, right? And to the right is a notification from our, again, unique credit monitoring system, which is Smart Credit, right? So it'll let the client know. In this testimonial, there is Jacqueline, her score increased 82 points, right? And it also lets the client know what is the projected amount they can expect their score to increase, right? So Credit Karma definitely doesn't show that. For Experian, they have to pay for that. And as you can see, we offer a lot of value. So our clients don't have to outsource or give their business elsewhere. And then again, we're condensing all these very valuable financial services and products that will help them with their credit, help them protect that credit once it's improved. And also once they reach goals like home buying, it'll help them implement that will and trust. So again, they are secured in that way as well. Okay, so towards the left, we like to keep things transparent. It's not that we're ever going to discourage the use of Credit Karma. I personally like Credit Karma because Credit Karma really simplifies credit, right, for people who are just beginning to dabble in understanding credit. And also it'll specifically let the client know what's helping out their credit. So when they see that collection accounts are being removed, then definitely that is a product of our services, right? And when they see that their credit is improving, now that they know that they need to keep their credit usage under 30%, they know that that has to do with their ability and their intention in paying down their debt, right? In the middle is what our clients will receive via mail once the dispute process has been finalized. Once the investigation results are ready, it's going to name the account. It's going to let the client know what is the status. In this case, this client clearly had several delinquent accounts and collections deleted that they don't have to worry about anymore. And then lastly, to the right, you can see that we taught our clients, we highly suggest that they certify mail. They stamp their letters with certified mail, so that way they're able to track their letters and they're able to hold the credit bureaus accountable, because the credit bureaus now see that everything is dated, so they cannot take longer even if they wanted to, because now they're not FCRA compliant. Okay, so simply put, the credit restoration process is as follows. It is 7 steps. First and foremost, it's downloading the dispute letters, right? Using the last 6 of the social. Everything is password protected for our clients, so that way our clients can have that ease of mind that no one is freely accessing their letters, right? It is strictly kept confidential. They're going to receive instructions emailed to them that will walk them through the whole process as I'm doing right now. And simply, they will have to sign each set of dispute letters for each credit bureau, send that with certified mail, and then wait for their responses. And then once they have those responses, as you saw on the previous slide, simply scan them for our company as credit attorneys to be able to review that and then work on the next set of letters. Okay, so as you can see, this is a notification of how they're notified through email of when the letters are ready. So we have constant communication with our clients as a company. So we're always making sure that they're never kept in the dark, that they're always kept in the loop about their process, and that they're always being able to check what is going on with their credit. So I'm going to go ahead and briefly show you guys a snippet of one of our leaders in our company being featured in the Steve Harvey show, right? So we made it to the Steve Harvey show, guys, which is a great accomplishment. We've also been able to make it to Forbes as a company. We've been able to help out thousands of people all over the United States, right? And then this is just a snippet of one of the client's testimonials.
All right, folks, I want you to listen closely to this harsh financial reality. Nearly a third of Americans have a credit score lower than a 600, and over 68 million Americans have bad credit. Now, a few weeks ago, I introduced you to a man who can help change all that. He's the author of The Chemistry of Credit and the owner of Ashton Henry Financial. Please welcome back Ashton Henry.
Thank you for having me.
How you doing, man? Good to see you again.
Thank you for having me.
Why do you think, man, so many people ignore their credit score until it's too late?
First of all, most people aren't educated about credit. Secondly, most people aren't aware that because you have a negative item on your credit report, that doesn't mean that you have to wait 7 or 10 years to have that negative item removed off your credit report. That's absolutely false. And thirdly, most people don't realize how much important it is to have a high credit score, because you lose so many opportunities. Your credit determines so many different things, whether you're trying to get a house, get a car, get a mortgage, whatever it is, your credit determines those things.
So bad credit, that can even affect your dating life.
Absolutely.
And the reason I'm saying that is because a few weeks ago, I asked Ashton to help out a young man named Trey. Now, he's a former bachelor that I kicked off the show doing a dating segment because he gave an answer to a young woman's question. She said, if there was one thing you could change, what would you change? And the young man was just being honest. He said, I would have took better care of my credit. So I got up lovingly, put my arms around him, and walked his ass off stage because she's not getting ready to pick you. Well, Ashton has been working with Trey for a couple of weeks now and has some great news to share. So, ladies and gentlemen, he's right there in the audience. Please welcome back Trey. Trey, how you doing, young man?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Well, that's good, man. How's it been for you working with Ashton?
It's been really exciting, it's been really great, and it's a life-changing experience for me now. So I'm just living the next step for me.
So, Ashton, tell us exactly what you did for Trey.
Well, first of all, Trey had a lot of high balances on his credit. So first thing that we did was we pulled his credit. We did a detailed analysis to see what's negatively affecting his credit score. So he had collection accounts, late payments, also charge-offs on his credit reports. So what we actually did, we paid down his balances to under 30%. We also removed the negative item, the collection account, the charge-off account, and we also updated some of the late payments that he had on his credit report to help him overall with his credit.
So, Ashton, you were able to increase Trey's credit score by how many points?
We were able to increase his credit score by over 200 points.
Trey, what'd you think about that?
It was so many things going in my head, I just couldn't pay all at once. But with this new credit score, I'm actually looking to buy a house now. So it's just a lot more experience for me and a lot more life-changing, I want to say. So I'm just really thankful for Ashton actually pinching into me.
So, that's pretty amazing that you could do that in such a short period of time.
Yeah, and most people just aren't aware of that. It doesn't matter what's negative on your credit.
How? How'd you do it?
So basically, we have what's called the Fair Credit Reporting Act, and it's a law that was placed by Congress to help the consumers, because credit bureaus, they're simply in the business of collecting and selling credit information. They don't care if a negative item is accurate on your credit report, and we're able to go in and dispute those negative items to get them off your credit report to put people back in a better position with their credit score.
Well, I'm going to tell you something, folks. Your credit score is everything, and if you want to change your life, you need to head over to AshtonHenryFinancial.com and sign up today. Now, here's the deal. For under $200, you can get your...
Okay, so you heard it from the man himself, Mr. Steve Harvey. And as you can see, one of the leaders in our company was sharing how he was able to help that young man out and improve his credit.
All right, folks,
the way that he did. Okay, so I'm going to keep going. Okay, so the other great thing we do for our clients is that we want to position for renters to eventually become home buyers, right? So this feature, Credit My Rent, is a great feature that helps our clients build credit. And as you can see, build credit the smart way. Why? Because it's a way that they're able to prove to lenders that they're able to pay off that rental payment. And depending on what part of the country, definitely rent can be pretty high, right? So if you're able to pay a high rent, why not a mortgage? Why not something that's going to build equity for you and that's going to build generational wealth for your family, right? So our clients are actually able to instantly add up to 2 years of previous rental history to their credit. So definitely the boost you can expect. As far as my clients, a year back, anywhere from 30 to 80 points, and 2 years back, anywhere from 80 to 110 points. Okay, so as you can see, we also offer our clients a free app to download via Google Play or App Store. And this is just a little snippet of how the portal looks like. As you can see, the highlighted green, blue, and red are the 3 features we highly urge our clients to make sure that they activate when they get started. So again, it's placed in the front because that way they make sure that they get those activated right away. Okay, so our protection plan, how much does it cost? How does it work? It is no contract. It is month to month. We work on all 3 credit bureaus at the same time, and it's a simple 188 payment, right? And then $89 every single month. So as Ashton and Steve shared in the video, it's less than $200. So very affordable, very attainable for all clients, no matter what is their ability to pay, right? And then broken down every single month, we make sure that we're working on the client's credit. And then at month 4, the price actually drops down to $69. So once it drops down to $69, not only are we saving our clients an additional $20 simply for enjoying their services and getting their credit work done, but we also unlock another set of services, which is through Rocket Lawyer, right? Funny enough, the other day I enrolled a client that he's actually paying for Rocket Lawyer. So the moment that he saw that we offer a Rocket Lawyer, he was very excited. He's like, I'm gonna go ahead and cancel right away. And I was like, whoa, wait, it's not like right away, it's at month 4, right? But he definitely appreciates that we were able to partner up with Rocket Lawyer. He's like firsthand, I'm definitely going to invite him to a call. He's like firsthand, it's something that's very accessible, something great to have in your back pocket. To be able to access at any time. So just a little bit about what Rocket Lawyer is, other than credit repair, right? It's on-demand legal services, legal document protection, right? For everyday life, you're able to access a network of lawyers that can provide a free 30-minute consultation. You have discounted services through the lawyers connected through Rocket Lawyer, and you have affordable incorporation filing and affordable services as well. Okay, so that concludes my part. It was a pleasure sharing what our company is able to do for clients. Now I have the honor of bringing my mentor, my business partner, Vice President, Ms. Carla Benetton. Right now, you might be thinking to yourself, oh my gosh, what does Vice President mean? And she is going to share that in just a second. She's been able to help many people walk away from their 9-to-5, and many people dive into entrepreneurship. And I am so thankful for her. And I can't think of anyone better to be able to share what this company can do for you as far as affiliating as an agent. Carla, are you on the call tonight?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
Great. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen with you guys, Gabby, if you don't mind. Give me one moment. So first and foremost, I want to thank you guys for making the time, because I know that you guys could be doing anything right now. And I don't want you to take that lightly, because nowadays, I don't know if you guys have noticed, maybe it's only me, but I feel like time is going by so fast, like so fast. So thank you, Gabby, for giving us your time, for sharing the first half of the presentation, what this company provides in terms of the services. So I'm going to go ahead and share with you guys basically how our company is able to help you in terms of, starting your own business. When this came to me, I was in a place where I was a lot younger, and I understood that credit was important, but I didn't understand, how I can make possibly a business out of it. So I'm going to give you guys a little bit of my background story. Basically, prior to this company, I was a teacher full-time, and I did some part-time things. I did part-time tutoring, part-time hustles. So how many of you have ever worked a part-time hustle just to make it work, right? Just to pay the bills? You guys don't have to raise your hand. I'm not going to put you on the spot. But I feel like at some point we've all done something to bring in, that extra money. So myself, I did the same thing. I was like, man, I don't want to do the teaching thing anymore. I loved what I did. I really do. I loved empowering other people. I love teaching other people. But the reality is that I realized that I was stuck in a system where, as much as I wanted to make a change, I was not going to be able to make a change for so many different reasons. You have to go through the Department of Education. You have to go through your district, right? And I was working for Miami-Dade County. So yeah, I said, you know what? I'm going to figure something out where I'm able to still help people, right? But I have more control over it. And around the time that this came to me, it was a perfect opportunity in the sense that my business partner, which I believe is on the call, I appreciate him very much. Thank you. You know who you are. he came to me and he said, hey, you know, we're already in the financial services industry. At the time we were selling life insurance. And he said, hey, what do you think about us providing credit repair to our clients? And at the time, it all seems so taboo. And to so many people, it seems so taboo, right? But the reality is that we judge things that we just don't know. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you, you know, that I'm any better. It's just, we don't know. Right. And that's the only thing. But once we know, it changes us, it changes our perspective. So I remember the first thing I asked him, I was like, well, how am I going to make money off this? Like, I don't need credit repair, right? We're all so selfish. We only think about what something can do for us. And he said, okay, maybe you don't need it, but think about all the hundreds and thousands of people out there who actually have bad credit. And the reality is, I don't know if you guys were listening, but Gabby shared the statistics with you guys. There's so many people who have a low credit score, and there's so many people who just don't have credit, period. So fast forward, that was in 2018. We're in 2021. We've been able to help a lot of people, a lot of clients, a lot of people have been able to start their own home-based business. And what I love about our company is that we don't judge you. We're not biased. You know, if you have the work ethic and you're willing to learn the system works for you. So I'm going to share with you guys basically what was shared with me since 2018. I applied it, I used it, and you know, years later, I'm a vice president, which Gabby was sharing with you guys. That's just a fancy word for I've helped a lot of people. Okay, so when we get into it, you'll understand what a vice president does, what Gabby does, what we all do. So I want to talk to you guys today about United Wealth Education. United Wealth Education is a very unique company because if any of you have come from a corporate lifestyle, right, or corporate job, what I like about our company is that it still integrates that corporate, system. We have the customer service, we have everything, but you have the freedom to be an entrepreneur. And so that's what I love about it. We're given all the tools, all the products, and all the services. All we have to do is put in the work. Okay. So who is UWE? Basically, I'm going to talk to you guys about that as we're going through the presentation, but I want to show you guys some numbers that I think are very interesting, right? Anybody who's ever been in business, right? Or maybe you haven't been in business, but very, very important. Maybe you're into stocks, maybe you're into trading. It's very important to study a company's track record, right? A company's track record will tell you everything. It will tell you, is the company having success? Is the company, diminishing in sales? Is the company increasing its sales? But let's not really focus so much on the sales. The important word here is growth, right? We all have growth over time. And so if a company is not growing over time, that means that something is wrong, right? But with this company, UWE, last year, 10-year growth record, although the company has been around since 2004, you guys can see a significant increase in growth, right? Let's not even go that far, right? Let's look at 2019, right? Which is when the pandemic actually surged around that time. Really officially, it was declared February 2020, but 2019 was an interesting year, and we go to 2020, right? Do you guys see that during a year where a lot of people, were getting let go of their jobs, they were not doing so well financially, our company actually doubled? Like, I don't know about you guys, and I'm not saying this to impress you, but the reality is, guys, our company grew tremendously. So this tells us two things. Number one, that the home-based business model works, because during a time where everybody was locked up, nobody could go outside, we still have the opportunity to make number one. Number two, not only does a home-based business work, but number two, people actually need help with their finances. People need help with their credit. And the reason why I personally believe that things grew so rapidly in a year where everything was supposed to go down the drain is because people actually had the time to be at home, to think about their financial situation, to think about, man, I've had a 500 credit score for 15 years. Like, I need to do something about this, right? Fairly after that, a lot of things started to happen with the stock market. A lot of things started to happen with the real estate market. And that's when a lot of people realized, hey, you know what? I need to get myself together. So you guys can see the growth is there, and that's just 2020. I don't even want to steer 2021 numbers. I'm pretty sure they've increased a lot more than what we had in 2020. So before I even get into, I guess you could say, what it is that we do, right? How we pay, I want you guys to ask yourself these questions, right? Because I'm a firm believer that if you're about to go into business, you're about to do anything, you're about to commit yourself to working out, to a diet, right? But you cannot get these 4 core things, then you're really not going to have success, right? So obviously to work out, you don't need to post on social media, but what that shows is commitment, right? So any business is all about consistency. And I personally used to hate posting online. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I was not the type to be on Instagram all day, to post things, but I hated it. But when they told me posting is equivalent to making money, I said, okay, you know what? I need to start posting. So the first question I'm gonna ask you guys is, are you willing to post on social media? If that's you, I just want you to give me a yes. I'm willing to post, right? I'll do it, right? But it's not whenever you feel like it. You have to do it consistently. Nothing in life works unless you do it consistently, right? Question number two that I want you to ask yourself, are you willing to invite people to webinars? Guys, when I started this business, it was not this simple. I had to go talk to people. I had to meet with people one-on-one. And I could say that the average person probably was going to find a lot of obstacles in doing what we used to do day to day. But guys, now it's as simple as inviting someone to a webinar. Like some of you that are on here tonight, you were invited by somebody, maybe you're invited by me, maybe by Gabby, but it wasn't that hard. They just sent you a text, right? Or they gave you a call and they said, hey, are you available tonight at this time? There's something I'd like you to see, right? So are you willing to invite people to the webinars? Question number three, very, very, very important question. Are you willing to commit, right? Commitment is a word that people throw around very loosely, but commitment to me is a huge deal, because if you're committing, you're giving me your word, you're going to be there no matter what, no matter how you feel, no matter what the weather is like, right? So you have to make a choice that you're going to be that person that's going to commit no matter what. I said, yeah, I'm committing no matter what. And the moment that I made that choice, I saw the growth and I saw the change. Gabby did the same, right? A couple of us here did the same. So number three, you have to be willing to commit to the trainings. If that's you, go ahead and give me a yes. So I know who I'm talking to, right? I don't want to feel like I'm talking to the wall. Number four, very, very simple rule. Follow the system. Follow the system. System stands for saving your time, energy, and money, right? Systems save you time, energy, and money. So why am I going to reinvent the wheel if it's already invented and it works perfectly fine? Some people want to come into business. They want to, hey, I want to try something new. I want to do something. That's great. But you know what? You're going to blow through a lot of capital. You're going to you're going to waste a lot of time. And number three, you don't even know if that's successful. So if we have a system, it's successful, it works. I want you to ask yourself, am I willing to follow a system? And if that's you, I want you to also give me a yes. So you're willing to follow our system, because I promise you guys, it works. Okay. So now that we answered those questions, right, I can move on. People always ask me, oh, but Carla, I don't know anyone. I'm really shy. You know, like my family all lives in the Dominican Republic, or they live in Colombia. I get so many different things, right? Guys, that doesn't matter. Doesn't matter where you are. Doesn't matter where your family is. Leads are literally outside your door. Your neighbor could potentially need credit repair, right? So how are you going to find these people? Obviously, you always want to go through your warm market. Who is your warm market? Your family members, friends, coworkers. These are people that you already know. And although some of us typically want to avoid them, the reason why you don't want to do that is, number one, if you care about them, you want to help them, right? You don't want to just leave them in outer space with bad credit. And number two, if you're not the one that approaches them about helping them with their credit, guess what? Somebody else will. And the moment that they do, you're going to be really upset that it wasn't you that told them, right? So keep that in mind when you're trying to avoid your family members and your friends. Number two, social media. I love social media. I will be very honest with you. Social media is not a short-term game. It's not something we're going to be posting today and all of a sudden people are going to trust you and be like, yeah, fix my credit. It is a bit of a long-term game, but if you're willing to post and to be consistent online, anywhere between 6 to 8 months, I promise you, the leads will be pouring into your inbox. I had that personal experience where I wanted to give up. I said, I'm tired of this. I don't want to post anymore. But you know what I did? I was consistent, got no results. Month number 8 hit, all of a sudden, everybody was in my DMs. Even people that once upon a time told me, oh, you know, I'll think about it, this. And the first thing they told me was, hey, I've been watching you and I see that you're consistent. So the reality is, guys, people don't want to do business with people who are not consistent. If you're not going to be consistent, just don't even bother. My personal advice, right? What's the third way that you guys can find people? Real estate, right? There's so many different types of way in real estate, right? You have your realtors who obviously do come across these people, right? They're trying to talk to the lender, trying to help them get qualified, but sometimes they just don't have the credit, right? Credit's not there. You want to help them. So what happens to a realtor? If we have any realtors here tonight, I'm sure you guys can relate, right? What happens when that person comes to you? They're so eager. They really want to buy the home. You send them over to the lender, but the credit's not there. Lender doesn't really care, right? What happens? Now you're left without a commission. So now if you're able to offer this to your clients, right, while they're fixing your credit, you know exactly what's going on. That person can't run off to someone else and you're gonna know what's happening the entire time, right? Mortgage brokers. I love working with the mortgage brokers. I actually have a meeting with one tomorrow, and these people literally have people with bad credit like in buckets. Like, I'm not even kidding. And they have no idea what to do with them, right? Typically I work with mortgage brokers, mortgage lenders, and typically what they do is they tell the client, hey, just pay off this debt and we'll be able to qualify you. Guys, the reality is that, no offense to mortgage brokers, right? I know you guys are trying to make your money, but they don't have your best interest when it comes to the interest rates. whatever they can do, the minimum they can do to get you qualified, they will do that. And you know what? I don't blame them. They're trying to make their money, but I'm putting myself in the shoes of the consumer and I want to get the best interest rate available. But I can't do that if I have bad credit. So that's when working with a mortgage broker is very, very important, because now you can not only educate them, but they'll give you your book of business and you'll help the clients actually qualify for better terms. Car dealerships. How many of you have ever worked at a car dealership, or you know somebody that works at a car dealership, right? This is also another way that you can find leads. Same thing. They have leads like buckets and buckets of leads. Same concept. They'll qualify you at whatever score. But the reality is, guys, they don't really want to do that. At least the ones who want to go to sleep at night with a clear conscience, they'd rather sell it to someone who has better credit, right? And also tax professionals. I know Gabby entered into her career as a tax professional. The reality is, guys, when you're doing people's taxes, at this point, they trust you with their life. Like, you have their social, you have everything. And typically they have bad credit. And typically they say, hey, tax preparer, can you help me fix my credit? Or do you know anyone that can help me fix my credit, right? So guys, any of you that are already in the financial industries, or if you're in an industry that deals with handling people's financials or credit scores, these people already trust you, all right? They already know who you are. Why not also give them the opportunity to be able to repair their credit? And then you also pocket, right, that money for being able to help them. I see it as a win-win situation, all right? But let's keep moving forward. Let's talk about the money. People always asking, well, is this profitable? How am I gonna get paid? And what I love about our company is that you don't just get paid one way. We get paid 6 different ways. So quickly, I'm gonna go over the different ways that we get paid and how you can also maximize this compensation plan. The first way that we get paid is something called direct commission. Every single time that you refer a client to the company, I want to be very transparent. I'm not doing the credit repair. Gabby's not doing the credit repair. We're referring it to the company, UCES, United Credit Education Services, and they're taking care of everything on the back end. And I want to talk to anyone who's a professional already, in business, or maybe you're just very busy. Guys, the reality is that if you're busy, you already have a business, or you have a full-time job, you don't have time to sit there and do someone's credit repair. You just don't, right? So what better idea than to actually have those clients that already know, love, and trust you, but now instead of you having to do the work, you're referring it over to a reliable company that's been around since 2004. And not only are you referring it, but you're getting paid commissions for every single client that you refer, $100, right? After you refer that client, what happens? Obviously, the client is recommended to stay on the membership anywhere between 6 to 8 months to maximize their results. But during those 6 to 8 months that the client is paying for their membership, you're not only getting paid a commission, right, when they first enroll, but you're also getting paid residual income. So I personally love this about our compensation plan, because it's like you do the work one time and you're getting paid for it over and over and over again. And guys, you're doing absolutely nothing. Then potentially here and there, you're answering some questions that they have, right? But keep in mind that you can also refer them to our customer service that's available in English and Spanish, Monday through Friday from 9:30 to 5 p.m. So if you're very, very busy, you can't get to your client, you can definitely always rely on the support of our customer service. So every single month, direct residual income, $12. So for example, let's say that on the first month that you get started, you refer a total of 5 clients, right? You now have earned $500 in commissions because you got paid $100 per client. In the following months after that, you're gonna get paid a total of $60 in residual income for those 5 clients. But obviously the goal is not to stay at 5, right? The goal is that every single month we're filling up that pipeline and we're increasing our residual income, right? The third way in which we get paid is something called the customer acquisition bonus, or as I like to call it, the CAB bonus. And I personally love the CAB bonus because you're literally getting paid for helping other people, right? I don't know how many of you like to help other people like myself, but if you do, maybe you can give me a heart, right? Give me a heart on the chat. Not to be cheesy, but guys, I'm a firm believer that if you just give and give and give and give, I promise you that you will receive tenfold. And the CAB bonus is a perfect example of that. So how does the CAB bonus work, right? CAB bonus, you're a brand new agent. You happen to enroll a brand new agent, right? Your family member, your best friend, hey, who knows, maybe your neighbor, right? Alton gave me hearts, thank you. And now that you've enrolled your new agents, you train them, you help them out, and you show them that if they get their first 2 clients, right, they enroll their first 2 clients, they're gonna make a commission of $200. But guess what happens to you for helping your brand new agent enroll their first 2 clients? Because you're helping them enroll their first 2 clients, you're also going to earn a bonus. So nobody's staying behind. You're earning a bonus for helping that new agent enroll their first 2 clients, and your new agent is getting paid commission for, enrolling those 2 clients. So it's a win-win here. You enroll the agent enrolls 2 clients, right? Agent now makes commission of $200. You earn a CAB bonus of $100. But what I like about this bonus is that it just does not stop there. This bonus goes anywhere from $100 to $560, depending on the rank that you have within our company, which moving forward, I'm going to explain a little bit about that and what that requires, right? So very simple concept. You're getting paid for helping the new agent that you just enrolled, and all you're doing is helping them acquire 2 clients, okay? We move on to the Infinity bonus, which is something that I think is very unique about our company. I don't know if any of you are familiar with profit sharing, right? A lot of major corporations do profit sharings with their top executives. So over here, in order for you to qualify for our profit sharing program, you literally only have to be at the rank of sales director. So this starts at sales director, which I think is very generous of the company. A sales director typically does business anywhere between starting at 10,000 in volume every 30 days. So this means you have a team, right? You guys are all working together and you're doing a minimum of 10,000 in sales as a team every 30 days, right? And for you being at this rank, now you're gonna earn 0.5% of that 10,000. Now I want you guys to keep in mind that this is for real volume, right? So let's say that you're a sales director that does more than 10,000. Let's say you do 15,000. That 0.5% is gonna be paid off real volume, right? But it's starting at 10,000 at a 0.5%, which is $50, right? We move on to regional sales director, right? Now it's 0.75% of 25,000 in sales as a team that they do, right? Which is $175 in Infinity bonus. We move on to executive sales director, and executive sales director does business of $50,000, right? In group volume every 30 days, they earn 1%. $500 bonus. Guys, this is profit sharing. This is in addition to your commissions, to your residuals, to your CABs. This is just a company's way of saying thank you for holding this rank and thank you for helping us grow our business, right? Now, things start to get a little interesting at vice president, which is why Gabby was saying, Carla's going to talk about vice president, what that means. So at this rank, right, vice president, anyone who's a vice president in our company earns 1.5% of their total group volume. So typically a vice president does group sales every single month, right, of $100,000. And I know that sounds like a lot of money, but the reality is, guys, when you're at ranks like vice president, you have a very large organization, right? So it's definitely a teamwork makes the dream work effort. And these individuals are getting $1,500 every single month, no matter what. I think that's amazing. Once again, it's profit sharing. The company doesn't have to do that. I'll give you guys a personal testimony, right? Last year around October, unfortunately, I got COVID and I was not expecting it, right? We always think we're Superman, Superwoman, that nothing's ever going to happen to us. So I got sick and, I got into Zooms here and there. I checked my phone, but I was genuinely sick, guys. Like I wasn't really working as much as I normally do. I wasn't really doing Zooms, but I promise you guys, every single week I was still getting paid. I was still making my cabs. I was still making my residuals. I got my Infinity bonus and I'm very grateful for these additional ways of getting paid because most businesses and most ventures are transactional, meaning that you do some work, you get paid. You do some work, you get paid. There's really not many where you're going to do some work and over time, you're still going to be getting paid. So I'm grateful that I built this business to the point that when I got sick and I really couldn't work, I was still getting paid. And that's my testimony when it comes to how powerful this compensation plan is, right? So I'm going to keep moving forward. As I mentioned with the CAB bonus, starting at $100 all the way to $560. We have Mr. Regional Vice President Derek Cooks on the call, and he is an RVP, okay? So an RVP makes $510 in CAB bonus every single time that they enroll a new agent and they help them enroll 2 clients. And I know that Derek is serious about his cabs, like we all are, right? And it's not about the money, guys. It's about, if you're brand new, we want to help you too. We want you to make money because if you make money, we make money too. So I love that this is totally not selfish and that there's room for everyone to make money, right? There's room for all of us to eat. So this goes all the way to $560 at Pinnacle Senior Vice President, right? Mr. Alfred Nixon out in Porter Ranch, California, originally from Miami. So woo-hoo for that, one of our own, right? And every single time that he enrolls a brand new agent, helps them out, $560. That means that if this man literally just helps 2 people a day acquire their first 2 clients, he's cashing out $1,000. That's insane. Like, I don't know about you guys, but more than $1,000. talk about the power of being able to just cash out whenever you want to, right? So I'm going to keep moving forward because, to be honest, guys, this is a complete turnkey business, but none of this would be possible if it wasn't for these important things that the company actually gives us, right? First and foremost, you're going to have access to your own personal agent website. I don't know if you guys have ever had the experience of actually creating your own website or paying somebody for your own website, but number one, it's a lot of work. Number two, it's not free. And number three, there's a lot of maintenance required behind it. So the fact that the company kind of takes that out of the way, so you can just focus on production, I think is great, right? You're going to have your own online business office. Very, very important, right? You don't have to drive to an office. You don't have to sit there at a cubicle. This is literally grab your laptop, go work anywhere that you want. Earlier today, I had a meeting with somebody and I was just sitting there having lunch, with my laptop, enjoying myself. And I love that about our business, right? We also qualify for weekly pay. Obviously, if you work, if you don't work, you're not gonna get paid. I've never had a job or any type of business where I don't do any work and I get paid, right? And very, very important, professional marketing materials. Something else that's very important, marketing is very, very expensive when you have to do it all on your own. But once again, the company thought about this and they include already some professional marketing materials for you in your complete turnkey business package, right? And of course, you have the ability to earn commissions and bonuses. Now, very quickly, I'm going to talk about something called the R&R Club. So R&R stands for rest and relax. So yeah, we have the commissions, we have the residuals, we have the CAB, we have the infinity bonus, but the company went a step further. They said, hey, what happens when you're looking into retirement? What happens when you're looking into not throwing in the towel, but you want to take a step back? And I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but retirement is not defined by your age. I don't know who created this idea that you have to be of old age to retire. You do not. You just have to have a certain amount of money to be able to finance that lifestyle that you want when you decide that you don't want to work anymore. And maybe you don't want to work full time. So keep that in mind. What is my financial freedom number? What is that number that I need to make, that I need to have in assets, that I need to have in the bank so that I can retire, but still live the lifestyle that I want, right? Without having to remove anything. Because I don't know about you guys, when I retire, I still want to go to my dinners. I still want to have my wine. And that's why I work so hard, because I want to live a very happy, stress-free retirement, right? So level 1 R&R, right? First level is the company will give you $600 for monthly expense allowance. Long time ago in 2018, 2017, when I got started, it was not this, right? You did get the monthly allowance, but you had to put in a vehicle of your choice. Last year, I picked up the Mercedes that I have now. Mr. Derek Cooks as well, he also got his Mercedes. And the cool thing is that now if you earn level 1 R&R, you can literally apply it to any expense. So I think that's absolutely amazing, because you're taking that money and you're applying it to a bill that you now don't have to worry about. It's not coming out of your pocket. I don't know about you guys, but to me, that's a blessing, right? Alton said I'm next. Yes, I believe it, right? So what does it take to get to level 1? Very, very simple. I'm going to break it down to you. If you're a numbers girl, you're a numbers guy, numbers, 500 PPMs, protection plan membership. All this means is that 500 people in your group that have our membership, right? With the credit repair, right? With everything that Gabby was talking about, and you'll get level 1. Now, it's not as hard as you think, guys. Remember, teamwork makes the dream work. There's no I in team. If you do this as a team, you'll get there as fast as you want. I know people that have gotten to level 1 as fast as 6 months, 8 months, right? Typically, average person takes them anywhere between 1 to 2 years, but there's no rush. You do this at your own pace, right? Levels 2 and 3, now the company will award you a $10,000 cash bonus, and they'll increase your car allowance to $1,500. I know I'm just throwing a lot of figures at you guys, but I don't want you to think about money. I want you to really think about, what is the money going to do for me, right? Because to me, money equals opportunities, right? And a lot of the times people say, well, money isn't everything. And I agree with you. It's not everything. But it kind of feels nice to go out to eat, right? To go on vacation and know that you have options and that you're not limited due to the money that you have sitting in the bank, right? So I don't know about you guys, but I'm here for the options. So think about the options that all this money, $10,000 cash bonus, what type of options does that create for you? Are you able to pay off debt? Are you able to put it into, maybe you have kids, you want to put in the scholarship fund, right? Level 4, the company will now award you a cash bonus of $25,000. Nice little fat check with your name on it. I just want you to picture it, and $25,000 US dollars, USD, right? Signed by Promo Naik, Mike Tolaf, right? So now what are you going to do with $25,000? I want you to think about that. And as you're moving up in these levels, all you're really doing, guys, is you're helping more people. Just think about it like that. You help more people, you get rewarded more. Level 5, you can now upgrade your car, right? From your Mercedes, whatever you have, to now Bentley, right? You can get a nicer car. Level 6, the company will start awarding you with an allowance for your house. So $5,000. Let's say that you live in, I don't know, Arkansas, where the houses are not that expensive. Guys, you can apply a portion of that payment to your homeowner's insurance. So many different things. So the options are limitless. I want you guys to remember, this is not about money. This is about options. All right. And then level 7 through 10, now the company will start awarding you with monthly retirement bonuses, which honestly, you guys, that's the goal. Major corporations do the whole 401k thing, right? The pension. Company thought about that too. You just got to work for it, right? So think about it that way. The more I work, the more I get rewarded, the more money I have means the more options I have, right? So this is an example of some testimonies of people in our team who are not any different than myself and yourself, right? They're just somebody who had a vision, they had the work ethic, they applied the system, and they just went to work, right? And they made it work. So on the left-hand side, we have Alfred Nixon. I believe he just turned 28 years old. Not that much older than me. I'll be 28 next month. But to be honest with you guys, I love hearing a story because he literally made no excuses. Like, if you hear his stories, you're just like, wow, he literally came from the struggle, rags to riches. But you know what he always says? He said, I always acted and I always pretended as if I was already there, because you can't have something that you can't envision. And I'm a firm believer that if you want wealth, if you want success, if you want the nice car, you literally have to walk into the room and you have to own it and you have to act as if you already have it, on top of the work ethic, of course, right? On the right-hand side, we have Mr. Bruce Rochester, one of our business partners and mentors, also a close friend of mine. And I love these people. They're so humble. They're so down to earth. You definitely want to hear their stories. At 9 o'clock, Mr. Bruce Rochester will be hosting a Q&A call. So if you're curious about that and you want to learn more, definitely let me know and I'll share the information with you. But guys, if they could do it, we could do it too. I promise you guys, they're not any different than us, right? So moving forward, I'm going to skip this one moment. All right, more testimonies. Lakeisha Marion, right? Who runs the world? Girls, yes, thank you. We also have Mr. Hansel Legend, and these are all testimonies of our company and vehicles and things that they've acquired through our plan simply by applying the system. Guys, remember when I went back and asked you, are you willing to follow a system? These people followed the system. That's all they did. They followed the system. They went to work. They made no excuses. They committed, and here they are, okay? Alyssa Barnes, Ajay Hongo, Kevin Blake, Tiffany Renee, so many of us, right? So another unique thing about our company is that we also have the YFL, the Youth Financial Literacy Foundation. And I love that our company does this because they thought about every little thing, right? They said the kids aren't getting left behind. The youth is not getting left behind. This is our nonprofit organization, right? So out of the $89 membership that Gabby was talking about, $2 out of every single one of those goes into the YFL. So what is it that we do with this money? We collect the money, we award scholarships to students, right, from ages 8 to 18. And actually the scholarship is open right now. So if you have any young, kids at home that are looking to go to college at some point, or they're just in school, right, between the grades of 5th to 9th grade, let us know. We'll go ahead and we'll share the link with you guys so they can go ahead and apply for the scholarship. I think this is great. The company thought about, it's great to have all this money. It's great to help the people. It's great to help the agents, but what about the community, right? So this is how they thought about really making a difference. So the Power of 5. I love this about our company because people always tell me, well, Carla, I like this. This is great, but what if I don't want to pay? If you don't want to pay, that's fine. You don't have to pay. The Power of 5, very, very simple. You refer 5 customers, right, or agents, and you qualify for receiving your services for free. So there's really no excuse, guy. We give you the system, we give you the marketing, we give you the website. You don't want to pay the $89.5. Refer 5, and you don't have to. Everything's there, right? Check, check, check. So here are your next steps, right? Let's say that you're a person that's here, that you like everything you heard, you're ready to get started as a client. That's totally, totally great. We love you. We accept you as a client. Contact the person who invited you and just text them, hey, credit. I want to fix my credit. I want to try it out, but I want to start with fixing my credit. That's not a problem. We'll go ahead and get you started, right? Maybe you're the person who sees the vision. You see an opportunity. You want to give this a try. You say, you know what? I have nothing to lose. I'm going to go ahead and give it a shot. Text the person that invited you and say, hey, I want to become an agent so we could go ahead and enroll you, launch you, show you the next steps, right? And then after you're done doing that, if you want to become an agent, you definitely want to get started on the right foot. So contact the person who inviting you, say, hey, I'm ready to go. Show me the plan. what do I have to do? And we'll show you the game plan to go ahead and get promoted to field trainer, which is the first big promotion here in our company, right? So I want to welcome you all to the team that are deciding to make a choice to step forward to join our community. And I want to leave you guys with a very simple but a very true quote, right? What is the secret to success, and what is the secret to just getting ahead in life? Very simple. You guys are like, okay, what's the magic formula? Nothing, just get started, right? You're never going to get good. You're never going to be great if you don't choose to get started. And that's the reality, guys. So I want to thank you all for coming out here tonight. Thank you, Gabby, for co-hosting with me. Thank you all who took the time. We love you guys. Hope to see you another day. And we hope you have a great, great night. Take care, guys. Bye.